Okay. Ooh. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Hot Mess Express tonight. Tucker decided he had to go out like 2 minutes to 7. Ooh. And anybody who has a little dog knows they can't wait. Hey Sherry, hey Bronna Sue, hey Lori. So glad you ladies could make it to the Hot Mess Express. Coming live. Let's see. Let's do this. Here we go. All right. Hello, 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 everyone. Oh, what a mess. Crazy night. Like I said, everything was good until my little friend decided he had to go outside like now. Hey, Deb. And of course, it's pouring out as well. We're getting a driving rain at this moment in time. You could tell that our friend fall has arrived. Okay, so tonight I have some fun with the Lights Aglow Suite, but before we get going on that, let me see if I can't find what I did with all my goodies here. We got a few things here. Let me just run to the printer because I printed off some new stuff today. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, yeah, that was... You don't care about my Department of Health stuff, so I'll put that over there. Department of Health, just changing things up for healthcare. Hopefully making things easier. I haven't read through it yet, but we'll see. Okay. Hi, Miss Sue. So glad you could make it. Yeah, Sherry, I don't know how you do it with 3 of them. I would probably shoot myself. Oh, no problem, Nancy. Like I said, Hot Mess Express here. So I'm going to actually try to bring it up on my iPad so it's a little bit easier to hopefully follow comments. So bear with me. Hang tight, folks. There it is. I'm going to share it with the team and my VIPs. So there's the VIP. There's the team. And I think we're good to go now. So hopefully no more sound issues. Get off of this. Look, my samples are all in the way. I got such a, like I said, Hot Mess Express I've been creating. All that good stuff. Anywho, here we go. I think we're ready. September tutorial bundle. A few more days left of this. Actually, this week only. Place a $50 order and receive this free in your email. Actually, let me switch cameras here. I'm going to make this. Here we go. Ta-da! There's my measurements. Okay. So the tutorial, that's 34 tutorials all bundled together from 34 different demonstrators. I'd love to share this with you. A few of you have already gotten it for placing your orders. So thank you so very much. But this is a special thank you for those of you who do place orders with me of $50 or more before shipping and tax. Again, great value here. There's tons of ideas and inspiration. Then, of course, we have World Card Making Day coming up on October 1st. Holy smoke, that is right around the corner. That is actually just under a week away. It is next Saturday. Stampin' Up! Will be featuring 3 projects, featuring each of these 3 bundles, the Cottage Rose, Cottage Wreath, and Warm Welcome. And I thought I had the Cottage Rose, and I have to tell you, I can't find it. I don't think I ordered it. I've got the Cottage Wreath. I've got the Warm Welcome. I forgot to order Cottage Rose. And probably not going to do an expedited order. So I guess I'm going to have to just use what I have to do this particular project with World Card Making Day. Who's with me on using what you got? But anyway, If you are participating in World Card Making Day, you can get in on this warm welcome particular early release. Oh, you're so welcome, Lori. Yes, as a perk for being a member of my team, you also get these tutorials as a free perk, I guess you could say. I do love my team and I do like to love on them. So therefore, I do like to share these tutorials with them. And that is part of the agreement with the multitude of demonstrators. We do collaborate on this, that we can share them with our team. Otherwise, they are free with a $50 purchase, or they are sold in our online stores for a set price. Aw, thanks, Lori. That means a lot. So anyway, back to the World Card Making Day. Anyone and everyone is invited, demonstrators and customers alike. They do ask that you do register, not for any particular purpose other than to make sure that you are updated with any communication that they have. Perfect Partners, this comes to an end as well. Friday will be the last day to get the dies that coordinate with these stamp sets. The stamp sets, of course, stay around because they are in our publications. They are in our annual catalog and our mini catalog. The dies, however, are out of publication items, and they are limited time only, so they go away after September 30th. So anyone who wants any of these particular bundles or the dies to go with your stamp sets that you may have already purchased, time is running out on that as well. Then, of course, we have Paper Pumpkin. We are in the October subscription period. The next one is the Ho Ho Ho, which is a Christmas kit for October. Our November will be also Christmas that will coordinate with the October kit. We have multiple ways of subscribing, and that was one of the things I did print just a little bit ago. Just the new flyer for Paper Pumpkin. It is a monthly subscription. You have multiple ways for subscribing. You can do, look at that, prepaid, or you can do a month to month. Prepaid, you do have to add shipping and tax to that. The month to month, the shipping is included in the $23.50 per month fee. And that is a recurrent charge to your account, but you never miss a kit. You can pause kits if you know that you're not going to be interested in something, but it's otherwise a recurring account subscription. And the subscription boxes are a pretty popular thing. Then, of course, there's the weekly deals. Every Thursday for the month of September, Stampin' Up! Does post a set of new deals that go up each week. This week, they went up on Thursday, and there's some really cool stuff in there. I can't tell you specifically. I did post that, and I will post again a graphic that'll show you all of the new weekly deals for the current week. And then, of course, Thursday will be the final weekly deals going up on the 28th. And that'll be the last one. For those of you who've been around a real long time, weekly deals used to be a normal feature in Stampin' Up's store. We would have weekly deals every single week, but then they kind of went away. But they did bring it back for like a little bonus for us, I guess you could say. And like I said, they've had some really good stuff for our deals. All right, tonight's class, we've got 3 really cute projects, and I have a bonus project just to share with you, and it will be in a blog post with all of the instructions. I'm not going to make it tonight. The thing I wanted to mention tonight is we're going to go back to just Sunday night lives instead of having the twice weekly, Sunday and Thursday. If you recall, I started doing the twice weekly because my internet was so poor that to limit our time on the internet to hopefully take some of the pressure off and less everybody's frustration, we divided it up into 2 classes. We did 2 cards on Sunday, and then we did 2 on Thursday. Let me go back to this view so we can chit chat for just a minute. So now that I have the new internet, it's not so frustrating for everybody. We are getting a better connection. I see people are hanging out with us longer now. We have more people joining us, which is fabulous, and I so appreciate it. Then we're going to go back to once a week again. It'll lessen my stress because sometimes my work day on Thursdays go late and I have to get in home and I'm like skidding in on my ear half the time trying to get up here to do the class. We're going to lessen that stress and we're just going to have Sunday night. I hope nobody minds that. But we'll keep Thursday nights on reserve for any special upcoming events or anything like that we could squeeze in on a Thursday just for extra fun, but it won't be a recurrent every Thursday we're going live and doing a class. So we're back to the once a week, and hopefully that makes it easier for you too. So again, you're not trying to go, oh my God, is she going live on another date too? So we'll just do everything on Sunday night and just make it fun. And like I said, we'll have Thursdays available if there's something fun and exciting that we just need to fit in there. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our desk view. I'm going to show you the projects we're going to make. So we have, first of all, this cute little gift bag. Then we have All is Merry and Bright. And we have Let Your Heart Be Light. Okay, so again, we're looking at, let me pull the catalog real quick. This is an entire suite of product in your holiday mini. It's the Lights Aglow. And look at the gorgeous samples here that they have in the catalog that our designers have designed for us as inspiration. I mean, absolutely, positively gorgeous, if you ask me. So anywho, this particular suite does have 2 bundles. We have the, let me get some stuff around here, Brightest Glow, which is basically, it's your sentiments. Okay. And then you have your Christmas lights, which is your imagery. We have a Christmas tree. We have the snowflakes, a little tiny Christmas tree here, and then you have your string of lights. Again, coordinating die set. There's the outline of the Christmas tree, plus there's the center, and you're going to see how I use that tonight. We've also got the snowflake outline, and then there's this here centerpiece, which you can remove or use. We're not using that piece tonight, but we are using the outline of the snowflake tonight. But again, lots of great imagery here and coordinating dies for that imagery. And then, of course, you have your sentiments and then some fun dies here. You have definitely these labels. The circle one, this is the one we're using tonight. I haven't really dove into these other ones yet, but I'm sure I will be playing with those later this week. And as I create with the set, I will share more inspiration with you. But again, the catalog has tons of amazing and beautiful samples to get you started. Okay, let me put all this stuff aside and we're going to get started. We're going to start with first the gift bag because that one takes a little bit more time. Okay. And I forgot to do this, but let's do it. We need a piece of basic black cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and we're going to cut it down to 7 inches by 11. So we're going to bring in our trimmer. We got to pull out that extension arm there. And we want to cut this down to 7 inches. So it's going to be 7 by 11. So we have a scrap piece here for another use. We can use it for die cutting or whatnot. Oh, let's leave that open. We're going to need that. Now, on the, move that out of the way, we're going to score this at 2 inches. So we're going to put this at the 2-inch mark. And we're going to use our scoring tool and score at 2. Now we're going to turn it. And now we're going to score again at 2 inches. Five and a quarter. 7 and a quarter. And 10 and a half. Okay. So that's all of our scoring. Okay. The next thing, let's pull, I have a piece of designer series paper. This measures 3 inches by 4 3/4. Okay. And that is going to layer right here. So now you have, and how you know where your layering piece is going to go is this side has your narrow 1/2 inch piece. So you're going to put this on the opposite 3, and I think that's 3 1/4 inch space. So we're going to go ahead. Where did I put? There it is. We're going to go ahead and add this. We want to add our designer series paper before we start putting our box together, bag, whatever you want to call it. I want to be able to see my score lines here to make sure we get this lined up properly. My lighting isn't the greatest for seeing these score lines, but I think we got it. There we go. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, we need to find our snowflake die. And this is going to go through the Big Boss. See how that's just, and then that leaves that little detailed piece behind. We're just going to run this through the Big Boss. Now we can't do that with this wide piece of cardstock, okay? Because this is 7 inches wide and our base is only about 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold that up, okay? So we're going to get this in position. About, well, put it right about there. And then that's going to fold up like that. You're going to get an impression, but it's not going to cut. If you were to fold it under, it would cut. So I'm going to take this over to my Big Boss, and we're going to run this through. There we go. Oh, thanks, Nance. Let's fix that. Nancy just told me that I've got things in the way here, so we can fix that very quickly. Let's, oh, which one is it? There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So what I did is I ran it through with that folded up. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to pop that out. And now we just have to remove carefully our snowflake. And now you can save that again for another use or project. All right. Next, I just cut a 3-inch square piece of the gold glimmer paper. This is from the glimmer paper pack that is with this particular suite. It comes in vanilla, red, and then of course this beautiful gold. So all I'm going to do, where did I put my, there they are, glue dots. Glue dots are my best friend when it comes to glimmer paper. It holds it perfectly. So we're just going to put it in each of the corners, right on the actual glitter, because we want the glitter, of course, to show. On the outside of our little bag. So we're just going to put this right over that opening, just like that. Easy peasy. Oh, you're welcome, Nance. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. All right, so now we can go ahead. Where's the bone folder now? There it is. Go ahead and fold on all of our score lines, and then we're going to do a little bit of cutting. But first, we'll that's the other thing. When you put it through the Big Boss, it does kind of flatten out some of those score lines, so they have to be reinforced a little bit. Okay, so next, we're going to take our snips, and this bottom piece of this narrow 1/2-inch thing, we're just going to cut that right off. We don't need that. So that can go right in the trash. And then these tabs here, we're going to cut. And I do like to do a little bit of a extra shave on here. And then same thing here. And then right on the inside there. Get that out of there. Okay. Now we need our tear and tape. So we have that. So that's going to run along this 1/2-inch tab. And I like to take my bone folder and make sure that tear tape is down nice. And then we'll take our pokey tool and just lift the paper up. All right. Lay that down just like that. And then just fold that piece over. And there's your beginnings of your box. Now, take these tabs here, lay them in. The back comes down, and Ooh, I didn't cut this very good. Let's take a little trim up there. Now we're just going to add. You could certainly use your tear tape for this as well, but we're just going to make sure our box is nice and square. And there's that. Now you would go ahead and add any candy or any fill that you would like to add to your box. And then I have, I think it's 3.5. No, 3 1/4 by 6.5 inch piece of black. And I scored it at 1 3/4. Okay. So it's scored at the 1 3/4. And I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive down the back of this as well. Okay. And that's just going to shimmy down into our box. We're just going to press it down. Oh, hey, Katie. I didn't see it pop in there. Okay, so there's that piece. Then I have here, this is the trio punch here. We got these different corners, and there's a ribbon slide. I'm using this little fancy corner, and we're just gonna slide these corners in. And that's just gonna give us a fancy corner. And you can save these corners if you would like to put corners on your photos or on your cards. They would make really cute little corners for them. And then all you have to do is take and pinch that in like so, and there's your flap. So now to keep this closed, I did grab my crocodile. Let's see here. So you want to hold that. And then I have it set to where I want it to stop. So then we're just going to punch, slide it over, and punch again. And where's my little pokey tool? We got a little, there we go. So now we're going to bring in our ribbon, which is this beautiful satin edged ribbon. And I don't know if you can see in the video how pretty this is. It's got the gold. Oh, my camera's not picking it up. There we go. It's very pretty ribbon. So we're just going to, and I didn't get that very centered, but you get the general idea. I'm going to come in through the front, and I found the easiest way to get that in there was with my take your pick tool, and I got the stylus end down there, so I was able to poke that right through. Grab it. And then did the same thing coming from the back to the front. Take your pick tool to the rescue, makes it happen. Easy peasy. And then we're just going to tie our box into a little bow here. Oop. My tails are a little long, but that's okay. There we go. And then just trim your tails. There we go. And there is our box. You could certainly do the Christmas tree cutout. You could do any type of a cutout design for this type of a box. Oh, hey, Miss Betty. So glad you could make it. All righty. So, next card. This one here, this is our Let Your Heart Be Light. It's such a pretty card and very quick and simple. Using the beautiful Lights Aglow Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 pack of paper. And it even has, I don't know if I have a full sheet that I can show you of that or not. Let me see, because you got to see. What did I do with it? Oh, I do. I think. Yes. It comes just like that. So you have these framed pieces that are gold foil. And that's what I used for this. All right. So what we have is we have cherry cobbler, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I'm gonna burnish that. Then I have a piece of that same designer paper pack. This here piece. And again, that's got some gold foiling in that. There's all these little dots. It's a dotted pattern, but there's gold foiling mixed into that. I don't know if you can catch that, but it's really pretty. And that's cut 5 1/4 by 4. So we'll go ahead and we'll lay that down. And that goes on the center here. Then I have a piece of cherry cobbler that measures 2 1/4 by 4. And that's going to go across the side or span the center of the card about like so. And before we do that, though, we need to wrap it with that beautiful ribbon again. So I have some more of this gorgeous ribbon. Make sure I have enough. And I do like to make sure I have my tweezers close by when I'm tying my bows. So we're just gonna let's see if we can get that in there. Go have a good night, Sue. All right, so we're just gonna grab that with the tweezers there. And then we can tie the rest of our bow. And then, of course, we just fuss with it a little bit until we have everything looking the way we want it. There we go. And cut that down. Dimensionals. Once we figure out what we did with them. Ah, there they are. I gotta find one of my stamps because I think it went flying before we went live. Like I said, Hot Mess Express coming to ya. I sat down here to go live and my elbow hit the stamp and it's on the floor there someplace. Hopefully I find it before we need it. Okay, so we're just going to set that there on the center of our card, just like so. And then, of course, like I said, I'm using that beautiful Designer Series paper. I did cut it. That's a 3-inch square. And that is going to sit right on top like so. So we're just going to, again, get a couple of dimensionals. So that, let's do it straight. Just like that. So there's that. Then we have a scrap piece of Berry Vanilla. And I have the stamp here that says, "Let your heart be light." And we need our Versamark ink pad. We need our gold embossing powder. And our little embossing buddy. So we're just gonna grab our embossing buddy. Okay. So now I'm gonna ink that up. We're just gonna stamp our sentiment. And let's just grab our tweezers. We have our little embossing tray. We have our gold embossing powder. There, that looks pretty good. Looks like I got most of it right back in the jar. Not bad, not bad. Set that way over there. Start heating our heat tool up here. I like to let it get hot first. Thank you, Barb. I'm glad you like it. And we're just going to heat that powder up. And it melts pretty quickly, just like that. So there's "Let Your Heart Be Light." Let's see how pretty that is in that gold foil. Then using the Lights Aglow dies, go in here. There's this cute little circle. We'll cut that out. So we're going to bring the baby boss in for this. Plates. Center that on there. And run it through. Throw that away. Put this over here. And then we need dimensionals again. I'm just going to use a couple of them. And then we're just going to center that right there in that circle. And then just to complete the card, I have a very vanilla 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And that completes the card. Well, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Okay. On to our third project. We have All is Merry and Bright, and that is the stamp that went flying. So let me see if I can, there it is. Get it? Oh my goodness gracious. There it is. All right, let's put that where I'm not going to knock it off again. So this one is so pretty. This one, we used this gorgeous designer paper. It is actually it's the Festive Foils. It's a 12 by 12, and it comes in cherry cobbler, soft succulent, and gold. We're using the soft succulent, as you can see here. And to create this card, I have a very vanilla card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we'll go ahead, and I'm using the thick, very vanilla for the card base. Okay. Then I have a piece of that designer series paper. Like I said, this is the Festive Foils, and that measures, completely forgot my measurements here. That is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then I have another piece of the Lights Aglow paper. This one is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. And those are just going to butt up against each other here. So you want to make sure you have an even border on 3 sides of this one, and then on top and bottom of this one. So we're going to go ahead and add these two. And this foil specialty paper is single-sided, so the other side is just plain white. So you don't feel bad like you're covering up gorgeous paper on one side. Oftentimes I have a hard time choosing which side I'm going to put down versus face up because it's so pretty. This one, you don't have to worry about it. So get an even border on the 3 sides. There we go. And then this one you're covering up beautiful paper, but I wanted the contrasting evening evergreen. So again, just kind of make sure that's up snug. Well, thank you, Katie. All right. So next, I have a scrap of Evening Evergreen and another scrap of the Very Vanilla. So let's get all this out of the way here. And we're going to start with our Evening Evergreen scrap. And we need to bring back, these are the Twinkling Lights dies. And we're using both parts of the tree. We have the outline and then this inner piece that's going to do some cutting for us. So we're going to put this down. And then this is going to go on the inside. And you want to try your best to get it lined up. And I do have my sticky notes here so we can get it lined up fairly well. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're going to do our best to get it totally centered. There we go. Oop, that shifted just a little. There we go. Bring back that baby boss. Set that down. Plate on top and run it through. So there's the trees come out just like so. So we can go ahead and put those back. Grab our tree. Keep your baby boss close by because we're going to need that in a minute. So just make sure all your little they pop out here in a row. There we go. All right. So now we have our cute little tree. Oh, there's one more in there. Where is my little pokey tool? Oh, I don't know what I did with it. There's that stubborn one right there. Okay. Again, dimensionals, our best friend. I'm going to stick one right there behind the star. And then here, and one right about there. Peel off all of our backings. And that takes care of that. Okay. Next, we have our scrap of the Berry Vanilla. And I have here my Evening Evergreen ink pad. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment. All is merry and bright. Close that up. Then, of course, bringing back that die, we're going to put this through the baby boss again. So there's our cute little sentiment. We can get rid of that, get rid of this. Then all I did was take a little bit of adhesive on the right side And we're just gonna place that right over our tree, just like that. Then to finish this, we need our festive pearls. Take your pick tool, and I'm using these pretty mint macaron, or actually they're soft succulent pearls. And that is card number, well, second card, project number 3. So let's recap. We've got these 2 beautiful cards, these 2 beautiful cards, and then we have our really cute gift box. So lots of fun with this particular suite. I've loved every minute of playing with it. I do have one more card to show you, and then we'll roll the dice for our next challenge. So again, I wanted to use up some of my scraps that I had created by cutting all this paper for these projects. So I had, of course, the square, because remember when I showed you the full sheet, you had squares and circles. I used the square here. And then I took my scraps of paper, cut it to fit, and did this fun fold here. And if you want the directions for this particular fun fold, make sure you're a subscriber to my newsletter, because probably by the end of the week, I'll be releasing my newsletter with instructions on how to make this beauty. So if you're not already a subscriber to my newsletter, there is a link in the description of this video to get on my newsletter. And also with my newsletter coming next week. Oh my God, it's next week already. October 5th, I will be releasing the 12 weeks of Christmas. So that means every week you will get a new Christmas project from me. So, and that's strictly for my newsletter subscribers. So if you want to make sure you're in on that, definitely subscribe to my newsletter. And like I said, that does begin October 5th. So I am excited to do that. So definitely worth the price of admission for those. And like I said, this card will be out this week, not part of the 12 weeks of Christmas. Okay. Time to get ready for our next challenge. The challenge is housed over on the VIP page. So those of you who are not a member of the VIP yet, oh, you're so welcome, Lori. It is my pleasure. It is the thing that I do that I enjoy. I love spoiling you guys to the best of my abilities, and it's my, how do I say? It's my therapy. That's it. It's my therapy. Okay. So the challenge, I do roll the dice. We get 5 different elements. You can choose 1, you can choose 2, you can choose all 5 to incorporate into your project. It is all in fun, but we do love to see all the new ideas. We love to ooh and ah, so we do invite everyone to participate in the challenge. It's just fun to see what everyone's creating. So we're going to roll the dice here, and we're going to have 5 new elements, and I will have these posted later tonight on the VIP. It is the pinned post, so if you're ever having difficulty trying to find the new challenge, you will find it pinned in the VIP group. That group is a closed group, but if you would like to be a part of it, please don't hesitate to join. We accept new members all the time. We love having new people come. And again, it's for fun. Okay, last week we rolled 1 die at a time. So this week we are going to dump the bucket. See what comes out. Me too, Lori. That was definitely one of those God intervened meetings. For those of you who don't know, Lori is a part of my team. We met at a craft fair. She came to my table, and we've been very good friends ever since. And she's been a member of my team. She's my first recruit ever. So, yeah. Okay, here it goes. Let's see what we got. We got a fun fold. We've got brights. Ooh, we've got blending. Ooh. We've got embellish. And ooh, birthday. Okay, so birthday, brights, fun fold, blending, and embellish. So for those of you like my Robins of the world, I see a coverall for her because she'll get real crafty. Betty, I can see you doing a coverall here. I see lots of coverall people coming up for this particular one. All righty. So, thank you, ladies, so much for coming to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. One of the things that Lori and I did talk about last night, we did have a little crafty get together. Ooh, I look like a hot mess express here for sure, running around here. Anywho, we did have a conversation. We got together. We had a Zoom crafty gathering, her and I. And we thought about why not maybe next Saturday, before the World Card Making Day event. Or I might have to look at the time and see what time the World Card Making event is. And then just adjust our time for that. But to have anybody who wants, I will post publicly here on the page the Zoom link, and anybody who wants to just come and craft. No set projects. You're just going to have whatever you're working on, and you don't have to craft. If you just want to come and hang out with us and chit chat with us, feel free. It's going to be an open crafty Zoom. So that way the mics will be open. You can chit chat with each other, with me, with Lori. And it's just going to be a fun get together. So we would love to have you join us. Like I said, I will post the time and the link. And I hope to see as many of you as possible come hang out with us. It'll be fun. You can have the beverage of your choice. If you want to have a coffee, a tea, a wine, would be acceptable. It's all fun. All right, ladies, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I so appreciate each and every one of you for putting up with me and me sliding in here, Tucker and all. I appreciate it so much. So again, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next weekend. Bye.